Mama mwachi asiye se NDC aban we ministers ni bebre na ebo ejuma. But one of the ministers nkrofo I realize ya wamo bo na baso because wamo ntene nka. Nanso obo ejuma waka. The energy minister. In fact, baby edu ne kra no. NPP blogger a friend Kojo Sheldon. Ono kra wa ba bonten aba bebo minister no abaso. Enya asem ketwa. Ye be reading nsem a wo ka. Na ye wi ani akwa ko read comments no. Na ya hwede ekoso. And your first time a subscribe na click the notification bell on so. We yan sa latest news bi aba won sa ebeka. Na answer na ebekoso no mesre se wutie me na wefuso. Ana se o odofo bi anefuso a mesre take action. Efukese ene yare don bebre na nam. Na the wase wo ye ne se wase wusua the simplest method. Ana se ade a wo be ya as soon as possible ebema wefu akofom. Me ma 1 month and I'm recommending a book. Say to book ni bi 100 cedis pe. Uto book na kenkan emu nyama na ye enyama na wo book nim. Me ma 1 month se wefu no ankofom a bra na bra beji usika. Upe book ni bi ato a number na wo screen so no 055 8074986 055-807-4986. Na WhatsApp ya na fresh number na yebema book no in the PDF or the 3 video format. Open hard copy no so a link na wo comment box ni mon the very first comment. The pinned comment no. Click it. Na just a follow na pay book ni binato. Now, asemo Kojo Sheldon dey to join say the energy minister is the best performing minister in the country. The energy minister. The entire worker say energy minister no or the best performing minister in the country. Also, this is based on dumsor. He has kept the lights on. Eji se wu ni Ghana, obi bia owo Ghana bia be ka trel. And when was the last time I would say NPP for omu di dumsor ye propaganda biom. And let no one lie to you. Say NPP for eja yen no omu nya yen dumsor. And let me tell you stories. And we'll remind ourselves. And there's also bempa assembly a wakan here. We'll remind ourselves. This was 23rd December 2024. After MPP lost. MPP for sure says someone catch Ghana for say Mahama war ban there. Dumsor ebesi. Unim nentia. Because no mu nim there na wo mo aye. No mu ejaka. Power producers no. Omu ni sika MPP aircon no omu ejaka. Inti MPP for free aban so no asema no mo catch Ghana for say Mahama war ban there wo di dumsor. Na yo mo say Mahama won't to mean solve a problem no. O say NSO Usu Bempa, the head of corporate communications at Ghana Gas and the deputy national communication officer of the New Patriotic Party, has issued a dire warning about what he sees as impending economic and energy crisis under President-elect John Dramani Mahama. In an interview with Oyerepa TV, Usu Bempa presented a bleak image of the future, predicting a return to dumsor, consistent power outages, and extreme economic hardship. Omo katre yen say dumsor ebeba. Omo katre yen say Ghana dumsor. Because they knew say the power producers no yentia omo ka. Edian na Mahama aban ene the energy minister I'm giving you the timeline so that everyone knows say NPP for kono mu giant dumsor na pragmatic leadership and am in the Ghana for hu dumsor ache enra me ye recording and am light doom ye till enra me ye recording and am light doom ye me light do na me ka wo me trim say omu doom light acho omu doom light na me say light omu doom light acho na me ka say dabi me ko hwe say me prepaid na nasa ya me ka say aha because na minim so mu doom light ache Ghana ni bia beka to say ye doom light ache ti me koy na say prepaid na melody go so. This is what NDC are buying eye. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wini yana onyanti say energy crisis. So what did Mahama do? I'm in trouble. What did His Excellency John Dramani Mahama do? 8th January, the first thing he did was to hold emergency meeting with energy sector players over threat of dumsor. I am showing you the timeline so that obi amba meka say NPP for konomo nja yendumso omo ja yendumso nti ene so usu bempa mo hya se wo mo kasa say dumsor Ghana ene Mahama aba ne dumsor ti de Mahama ye ni 8th January or say Mahama to hold emergency meeting with energy sector players over threat of dumsor. Or say the member of parliament for Yape Kusegu and former Deputy Energy Minister John Abdullahi Jinapo has disclosed that President John Mahama has instructed the Chief of Staff to hold an emergency meeting with power sector players regarding the looming power crisis. Today at 10 a.m., His Excellency the President instructed that the Chief of Staff chairs a meeting with all stakeholders. The meeting will involve various power generation companies in the country to find ways to stabilize power supply and prevent dumsor. Speaking on Joy FM's Super Morning Show on Wednesday, January 8th, the MP explained that the meeting was necessary due to immediate past government's failure to procure sufficient fuel for power generation. NPP are buying aircon. Omo to me and procure sufficient fuel for our power generation. Independent power producers are more threatening say omo shut it down because NPP into your moka. Let me show you that story as well. And then Metrem will be alive. Metrem will be alive. As far back as, look at the date, 20th November 2024. As the Ghana faces load shedding ahead of IPP shutdown threats. As far back as November 2024, IPPs, catching, say, Yentio Moka. It is Excellency John Dramani Mahama buying by no, and Motenasi. And no who say, IPPs na crane, didn't yan Yentio Moka. And you who say, ECG4 on system. Because my wife says, what's the energy sector? Send the energy sector na eye adwuma na ase a IPPs na e produce kanea no omo produce kanea na kanea na ko ECG4 ho na ECG4 aton in the simplest form no ECG4 beton ECG4 ton a e wo se wo mo call back no mo di sika no kokoma IPPs no nanso under MPP na ECG4 eton kanea ni wi a se sika no be call back to IPPs no na adane asem. There was a system na yedi tia ana ye say yedi betia IPPs neka. Sa system no your friend no the cash I think the cash water for DBA na it didn't confuse me. I think the name was the cash water for mechanism. That's the name. Cash water for mechanism. Now me explain here. I say the cash water for mechanism in Ghana is a system for distributing electricity revenue among power sector stakeholders in a transparent and equitable manner. It was implemented to address a previous system of discretionary and inequitable payments. Into a cash waterfall system now, what it means, and they say, yeah, the sikanaba. ECG tone we are not the sikanaba. Sikana or the abano or the begu system nim. Into system no cash waterfall. Once a waterfall in no. So what when waterfall da in no to an if you to. Into yeah the system no yeah the sikana two system ni more. This is not literal, just figurative speech and a figurative analogy. Into yeah the sikana two system ni more. System na be distribute na IPPs no omwenya wo monchefa pepepe. Into under MPP no system we cash waterfall no na enye adwuma. Into na IPPs na enye omusika. Into ECG na problem no wo. Into major structures, major a reorganization course wo ECG. One of the major reorganizations a course wo ECG ne say ECG bank accounts are no mu digi sika ne doso. Inti na afa sika no kra yenhu eni. Inti new government we buy na ka say ECG bank accounts ni na no yen close no. Ni enya a dedicated bank account ni hu ne say sika na ba bank account we mu na eba. Ye che sika na aha ne ye fini akwa akoche. Simple way. Ye buy omo aya appoint you omo aye mo adwuma na nyama no ene ye de tax ne show mo nsa say mo make sure say cash waterfall no ye adwuma ende what is say IPPs no 9 months ni what is say IPPs no omo ababonti ababe complain dabi but under NPP ne na still IPPs na ka wo ho na wo se yetu omo ka nti ho na NDC abanti na asedwun hu say oh na under NPP ye to liter baako of petrol na around 17 cedis. NDC buy no a free 17 cedis aba be 12 cedis or 13 cedis. Ena Mahama banka say oh there unim yansan so fa 1 cedi into so. Instead of 17 cedis a Ghana for chia under NPP no sisia no yentia be 14 cedis. Now 1 cedi na also no yenfante eka a ye de IPPs no. E ho na NPP for share say wo musu. Ene Mahama dumsor levy. Ene Ghana for ya ba betre nsemu tire mo say ah. Ye ntiase no obi ton ade ma 17 cedis. Ma baba bete so ama 13. Na 13 na mate so ama no. Me so dia fa 1 cedi kan na nye 14 na usu. Ena se dun ketia beka say ah ene Mahama na nko nya na nsanso nko 17. Obi de ma 14 na usu. Obi de ma 17 wensu. Enti ene sa dumsor levy na NPP for eka no ende ye jeje no se wehu se sika no ene ye se IPPs no ye de ti omo kan kakran ende great co any ECG to me ba bonte be ka che Ghana for say kania ne de ebu ye so nti ende se unya light out free ECG for na enye dumsor omo say generation na ende Ghana yenya no ebu ye so ama. There is no dumsor. Tiende say NPP blogger Eka said the energy minister is the best performing minister in the country. Unse jinapo onkasa. And so boy juma. Yes. Untre mo adwen comment box demo. Me da ase.